Fan-freaking-tastic. What's up, guys? This is RmZD again, bringing to thee a Pubcast. Now, this one is actually in Captain's mode, so I can try to discuss the draft. I will warn you, dear listeners, that I am very, very tired right now. My sleep schedule is really screwed up, so I'm trying to stay up for a really long fucking time so I can actually be awake during daytime. So either way, you get to bear with me going cray-cray. So let's do this thing. This is once again brought to us by the subreddit Dota to Cast It. If you would like to have one of your games casted, again, as you well know, as most of the people watching this probably know, as they're probably from specifically that subreddit, that is a good place to go to get your game casted. So if there's some random outside listeners like, shit, I have a game I want to get casted, how do I do that? Go to the subreddit Dota to Cast It, or actually just ask me specifically. My name in Dota is RmZD, my name on Reddit is RmZD, my name on YouTube is Dota RmZD. So either way, let's get into this captain mode thing. We're going to have Team Nicolas Cage against Team Huff. I'm assuming that is Team Hasselhoff, and I will refer to them as that for the rest of the game. So we're going to have our first man coming out on the Obsidian Destroyer. Very, very, what is he called now? Outworld Devourer? Obsidian Destroyer, whatever. Very strong laner, very, very good at 1v1 matchups. Gankable, but again, just shuts down pretty much every hero in existence in a 1v1. Any hero that's actually draftable. Razor was picked as a counter for him for a while because you would level up your Link, Static Link, and your E, whatever it's called. The passive, I can't think what it's called. And it went okay for a while until OD players got better at it, and then OD beats Razor again. So either way, Obsidian Destroyer, incredibly good laning hero, so not a terrible idea to remove him if you aren't super confident on your roaming, or if you're not looking to pick roaming supports. If you want to play really, really greedy early game, ban out OD. Not a bad idea. Also banning out the Weaver is the Dire team. Again, choosing to ban out annoying-ass laning heroes. The Radiant team banning out the Rubik, fearing him, possibly foreshadowing some big AoE ultimates, and the Elder Titan. Elder Titan is a legit hero. The natural order is ridiculous. Period. Lich first picked by our man, Nicolas Cage. I'm assuming he's doing the drafting because he's fucking Nicolas Cage, man. The bees. The bees. Picking up Lich. Lich, very, very good in dual lanes. Also really good in tri-lanes. Doesn't add an insane amount of potency at level 1 because he has Sacrifice. But he will give you an XP advantage and make the creeps run at your towers more. So very annoying hero to play against. I hope they're going to run him in a dual lane mid. I think that's incredibly potent, especially in the current metagame. Which I guess, I don't know why you'd ban out an OD if you're going to run a Lich mid, because OD gets kind of owned still. Because OD can only sap the man out of one person, and Lich just walks him and right-clicks him, and he's like, shit, stop it. Either way, Lich is picked up. Maybe they might side lane him or run him with a weaker support, but he's going to generally be a babysitter. He can roam decently effectively, actually. I do it sometimes. I find it pretty fun.
Clinkz.
And he just gets free experience wherever he goes. And a Clinkz first picked. Alright. Clinkz kind of needs a lot of farm. He gained a plus 10 damage buff to his Searing Arrows, and it goes through BKB, so the hero is seeing a lot more prolific picking. Why are you on film? In the competitive scene. A very good tower pusher, but paired up with a Lina. Very strange choice there. Not a super powerful support. Requires setup to reliably stun, and no synergy between Lina and Clinkz besides that they're both fiery. Just this draft doesn't make any sense. Lina's good in lane, she has really good range, but she's pretty squishy. If initiated upon, she dies. I guess the Dire team did pick a Lich, so they're not necessarily looking to have some like super synergistic wombo combo type laning combination, but Clinkz is very burstable and Lina is very, very burstable, so we can just see what the Dire team decides to go into next. I would make predictions, but I just don't even want to bother. Actually going straight into the Bounty Hunter, I agree with this. Bounty Hunter is very, very good in this current meta. Rotations out of him, again, will be very good against both Clinkz and Lina. Even once Clinkz gets Skeleton Walk, if he's tracked up, he gets kind of owned. Keeping track of a Clinkz in the mid game, very important, as the power of the hero is you get an Orchids and you run into the enemy jungle and you eat a big fucking creep, take control of their jungle, and kill anyone you find, while the rest of your team pushes, maybe forces most of the enemy team to be on the other side of the map, while your Clinkz is killing people in their jungle. So, cool. Bounty Hunter is a good counter to him. Bounty Hunter also pretty good against Lina as long as you can dodge the Light Strike array. You can probably kill her because Lina pretty squishy. Banning out the Nyx Assassin in those early ganks. I guess with Clinkz and Nyx Assassin, the double invis is not that hard to deal with, but Nyx Assassin on his own is pretty freaking strong. Spike Carapace, very, very good ability.
Dire team ban.
And a Nyx also being banned out. I feel like a Nyx pick would have been very good, especially against this Lina. Clinkz, though, is pretty fucking good against Lifestealer. Since Searing Arrows now goes through Magic Immunity, kind of melts the hero. Nyx's biggest weakness is 1, being silenced before he can rage, or 2, just ridiculous physical damage. These are the 2 things that kill Nyx. And an Alchemist immediately picked up. There is our setup with our Lina. Banning out a Troll Warlord, I do not agree with the Troll Warlord ban. He's not an issue anymore, I don't feel. Especially with a Lich on the board. Troll Warlord kind of needs levels and is only really good in the laning phase. So, just put a Lich in his lane and he's shit. I think banning out the Alchemist would have been way better. It's kind of predictable that the Alchemist was going to come up when there's a Lina already picked. You would imagine the Dire team would pick up Alchemist first. That does kind of give away their lanes, so I guess the Lina's not bad. But Lina's generally pretty indicative of an offensive tri-lane. Especially since there's already a Lich on the board for the Dire team. They're not going to offensively try with a Lich, especially on the Dire side. Dire offensive tri-lanes are pretty weak. Whereas the Radiant offensive tri-lanes, they can pull that hard camp, so it's much better. And yeah, Disruptor's out here, so they're 100% safe tri-laning. So, God, still, I think they should have banned out the Alchemist. They should have seen this coming. If you're planning to defensively tri-lane, ban out good tri-lane heroes. Alchemist could just go the massive nuke damage build and blow people up. Invoker picked him immediately, and a Morphling. Oh, this tri-lane is very weak. Disruptor, Lich, Morphling, not a potent combination. Especially with the Clinkz on the board, you're going to probably want to offensively tri-lane. That's very, Empire-esque. Back when they had Funnick, they always, whenever they picked a Clinkz, would offensively tri-lane and give Clinkz a 1v1 match from the safe lane. Or he would just farm for ridiculously quick Orchids and then go buy space. So, I'm assuming the Radiant team will pick up one last support to pair up with the Lina and the Alchemist. I would find it awesome to see a roaming Mirana, just because I love Mirana. And I feel like Moonlight Shadows wouldn't be incredibly good, but it gives them a more reliable initiation so that Alchemist doesn't have to go Shadowblade, and they are lacking an initiation ability. It's not purely reliable as, again, Track OP and Sentry Ward OP, and since there's already a Clinkz on the board, there should be detection on the Dire team. Banning out the Quap.
10 seconds.
Quap pretty good against Invoker. The Radiant team does not have very good rotating supports. Oh, they could next level and pick, like, run a support Alchemist with the Lina. That's what I would do. Oh, man. Support Alchemist is legit. And pick some hard carry here. What's good against Morphling? Like, just, like, pick a Luna and push really hard. Luna Clinkz push? That's no bullshit, man. With Alchemist Spray and his stun paired up with Lina and Invoker going, like, Forward Spirits or something like that. Or even Wex Quas. Wex Quas would be really good against Morphling. That's what I would do in this situation, because I think Support Alchemist is really funny. Pick a Luna. Do it. You won't. You won't.
Reserve time.
Luna, a natural BKB hero. Very good against the Shotgun and Morphling. All of Disruptor completely neutralizes him. And all of Lich. Bounty Hunter being the only issue. But again, if you just Deathball early, why do you care about Track Gold? And Clinkz doesn't even need farm then. Just bring them down whenever, and I don't think the Dire team has any counter push. They have Lich Ice Blast. What is it called? Lich Frozen Nova? And a Necrolite! Necrolite! Yes! I fucking love Necrolite. Oh, God, yes, a mid Necrolite. Fuck, yes. Ugh. Ugh. Once they all hit 6, the Dire team has a pretty scary death ball, but the Radiant team, again, has, I think, better counter push. I think Alchemist shouldn't go Grieval's Greed. He should just go damage build and just start fucking owning shit as early as possible, because this Dire lineup is like really needs levels, especially these supports. If you can pressure them with the trilane, offensive trilane that should be coming out from the Radiant team, if you can shut down like the Disruptor and not let him get level 6 quickly, or it's gonna be kind of hard because there's a Lich, and shut down the Morphling's farm, like super easy. But going for the Shadow Demon, standard setup, Shadow Demon, you disrupt, and the Soul Catcher, hit him with the fucking Unstable Concoction and Lina Sun on top, and it blows people up. I don't know, I would have gone for Luna and been awesome. Used, I guess Alchemist isn't very good against this trilane. But Alchemist just stands back. You harass with Lina's superior range, buffed with the damage from Luna. You can do a lot of damage. But this is fine, too. 2 ranged heroes. Shadow Demon's only 500 range, right? Yeah. But Lina does have the best starting range in the game at 650. Or is that paired with... Either way, it's ridiculous. So good harassment, going a bunch of consumables. I actually would have made this guy buy everything and gotten Lina more stats just so she can hit harder. But consumables are fine, too. It allows her to trade a lot. Early smoke, good pickup. Gonna try to gank this Necrolite mid, as Necrolite is extremely killable in mid lane. Oh, are they gonna dual lane mid? That wouldn't be a bad idea. I would probably do that, because I don't think you can test this trial very much. And shutting down the Invoker would be very good. Clinkz will get his farm. Clinkz will just destroy Bounty Hunter in lane, actually. Not enough regen, though, but the Bounty Hunter also went boots first. Oh, that's so bad. Oh, you can't do this. Unless he's just going to ban the lane, then it'll work, but he's pretty much forced to. With boots first, Clinkz... Oh, he actually went Skeletal Walk at 1. I don't think you need to necessarily skill that up. Wait for the lanes to come to fruition, and then skill. Gonna have an Extort Invoker coming out from... Invoker player. I forgot to introduce the teams. We're gonna have Draken playing the safe lane Alchemist. We're gonna have Disruption already thrown down to Nicholas Cage. The sun's gonna land, and they burst him down. He doesn't have waveform. He went for Morph at level 1. Oh, one more right click. Lina needed an orb walk a little bit more with that attack. They could have killed him. Yeah, Thunderstrike doing some damage, but showing that he has Thunderstrike. This lane has 0 defensive capabilities at 1. Like, Morphling is already fucked. So either way, let's introduce the teams. Floyd's going to be playing our, that was fun, our tri-laning Shadow Demon, pairing up with his roaming buddy, Couts, CB on Lina. Draken's going to be playing our Alchemist mid. We're going to have him put a blast on right there. We're going to have Leek playing our Invoker and safelane. We're going to have Akimbo's playing our Clinkz. This defensive tri-lane coming out from our team is going to be Nicholas Cage on this Morphling, Danger Ice on our Disruptor. This is Znenon. X-Nenon on our Lich. Ghost playing the solo mid Necrolite. Fuck yeah! And Twisted Lloyd on the safe lane Bounty Hunter. If you see, he's already used his 1 Tango and has to pop a healing salve if he gets harassed more. If I was Clinkz, I would stand right here. Disruption again being dropped down on Disruptor. The stun's gonna miss, they're not gonna kill him in time. Actually, they can. Stable Concoction's gonna land on 3! Awesome harassment out there. They cleaned up the first blood again. This tri-lane... You do not want to be standing here as a support on this tri-lane. This is not a lane you can just stand around and farm, and they can continuously kill if they have the regen. Lina, again, super spammable stuff. They're going to be side pulling here. Not a bad idea. If they get the lane back and control it back here, there's nothing the Dire team can do. They missed... it's kind of bad. They're already giving a full wave onto Morphling. Morphling is down level 2. That kind of sucks. If they keep killing the Disruptor, that's actually pretty fucking big in this game. Our Necrolite mid doing pretty fucking well, sitting at 10-1. Invoker, though, sitting at 7-4, getting a lot of denies. Maxing Heartstopper Aura, that is not good. That is not good. Oh, Cow's out of position. Defensive Disruptor coming out, but I think he's going to dive away from over the top. That's just going to try to walk away. The Thunderstrike is going to survive. I guess the Disruption in the end was a good idea. Going for a 1-1-1 build here on Alchemist. This is not bad. I actually kind of like it. I would max out Unstable Concoction immediately, as 1 point in Grieval's Greed is fine, honestly. The bonus goal is okay. We're going to have a rotation here in Hasted Bounty, and they're going to go on to Lick. It's a cold snap. Should try to drop a sunstrike. Hope for the best. Oh, man. Oh, does some decent damage onto Lloyd. The boots first, doing things, but again, already harassed out of lane by the Clinkz. Clinkz just going to try to push the tower. So yeah, 13 last hits. Bounty Hunter has 6. Actually, surprisingly more than I expected. He's going to come back to lane. Really can't. Has to go back to base, but it's just going to stay around and stuff experience. So you should have one more. Shadow Walk after that. Try to get up to level 5. Level 4 already. Jesus. I guess it wasn't a solo lane and he got a kill on the Invoker. And it was only split between 2 people, so the experience is drastically better if you get a kill with 1 or 2 people than with 3. But Ghost doing decent farm. God, you're maxing out Heartstopper. It's so bad, dude. I guess... I think you can really rotate out of this lane. I don't know if Alchemist can necessarily die, and I don't think he really needs farm. He'll get farmed. They're actually going to go in immediately right now onto our Lich. Send up farm. Yeah, he's so dead. Yep. If Shadow Demon, they can actually kill anyone, I think. Well, maybe not the Morphling. Morphling only level 3 has waveform up, and they can chain stun him down. But, oh no, he put in Grievous Greed. I don't like that. I don't think he should be leveling a Grievous Greed. I think these supports coming out from the Radiant team should be ganking this Necrolite repeatedly. Shutting him down, I think, is more important than Alchemist getting farm early. Alchemist just really needs experience early on, if you compare him to the farmer from the Dire team, at least. A good way to look at Dota is always to compare your position against the enemy's position and consider the timing of your hero. Alchemist, with just XP, does way more than a Morphling with just XP. Morphling needs like 2 items to actually do anything. This is the deadest disruptor in the world. They're gonna go on to Nicolas Cage as well. He has a waveform. Now he's gonna get out, taking a few tower shots. Drake and dropping kind of low, but has a salve. Can just salve up. Out of mana though, our Shadow Demon needs 1 last hit to get his man boots. I would give that to him if I were the carry. And our Invoker forced off lane, going really heavy extort. I think you go Wexquas in this game. I really do. He doesn't need to do damage. You have enough burst damage coming out from this Clinkz and this Alchemist paired up with a Shadow Demon and a Lina. I think this is too greedy. I get the idea that you're sunstriking into a disruption, but I don't think it's necessary. Everyone on the Dire team is so squishy that you don't need the damage, and I think just having the control in the mid game is way better, especially against a Necrolite who's so dependent on his mana. That if you just harass him out of lane with Cold Snap, you just kind of win the lane, and he's not really doing anything now because the passive Heartstopper aura is owning him. Which it just shouldn't be. Here we go. Finally, they're rotating. Oh, are they rotating in? No. Morphling is rotating in, actually. Supports, you need to... There we go. They smoke up, but they actually catch the Alchemist. Dudes. That's rough. Bounty Hunter, they switch the lanes up entirely. They're going to rotate the trilane bot. They should just follow with the Lina and the Shadow Demon, honestly. Leave Alchemist top. He's okay. If you ward up for him, he's fine. They're going to go here in on the Necrolite. They chain. Oh, the stun is going to land. Oh, it's hitting very low. Pops a level 1 heal, and it's not going to be enough. Random person coming to my door.
Give it not a second thought.
Can I help you?
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Okay. I'm sorry guys, my computer is actually next to my front door for some strange reason.
Clinkz, a skeleton after my own heart.
Okay, and now they leave. That was really random and awkward. Actually, rotate the whole trilane bot. I get chasing, but I don't know. Alchemist can 1v1 against a bounty hunter really well. I guess they're afraid of his rotations from the enemy supports, but like Clinkz and a Disruptor are really bad rotating supports. And I think, what level is our Clinkz? Clinkz is 6. Just leave Clinkz in this lane, it's fine. Clinkz, you only need 1 stun to kill anybody. Oh, he's actually leveling with Lightstrike Ray, that's a mistake. You want to max out Dragon Slave first all the time. The stun duration doesn't change in Lightstrike Ray. Yeah, you're not gonna get that kill, bro. Oh, maybe. Sunstrike's gonna land. It's a stun. Hits on 2. They're gonna clean up 2 actually off of this. Very nice. Very nice. I guess chasing this is fine. Shutting down supports is what really matters. The stun's gonna miss. Morphling actually gets a kill on his own. Alchemist, you should probably pop your Chemical Rage, bro. We're gonna throw the stun on Nicolas Cage. He has no mana. Pops your ult too late. Oh god, this is why you level this up. If you're in such an aggressive trilane, why would you go Greevil's Greed? Like, just go the damage and hyper shut them down. Sunstrike's gonna land! They clean up the kill! There it is, Lick. There it is, friend. Necrolite doing pretty good for himself, sitting at 33 and 4. Our bounty hunter has level 8. I think he should go and try to poach some kills on the enemy trilane. He doesn't really gain anything just sitting here AFK farming. Like, bounty AFK farming against the Clinkz. Clinkz will just destroy you and push you out of lane. Doesn't really have that much farm. Only 36 last hits in 8 minutes. That's a Clinkz with no one contesting your lane. That's really low for what it should be. You should honestly have near perfect CS in this instance. I mean, you hit for 120 damage. I don't know how you can miss CS like that. But either way, they're keeping Clinkz in a 1v1 situation. Our Necrolite's rotating in with this really bad Necrolite build. This is the worst fucking possible Necrolite build you can ever do. The point of Necrolite is to have Death Pulse, be tanky, and stand in the fight and keep your team alive as you deal damage. This is stupid. This achieves absolutely nothing. Yeah, look at that. It does less than his right clicks. Like, why would you rush mana boots when you have a nuke that does no damage? And they're gonna drop the stun onto him. They actually clean him up purely because Akimbos is playing poorly. Oh god, that is the worst Necrolite build I've ever seen in my life. Oh, I hope the Dire team loses now. It's because it's just so poorly played. And he picks up a cloak. Why not just get a lot of raw HP and level up your heal? Have another initiation on a Dangerous, and he is very dead. Laguna Blade used, kind of unnecessary there, bro. Draken's gonna pop his ulti and try to walk away. Ghost TP's in, pops a heal, and Draken's like, why did I take no damage? Not a bad early landing phase so far. The aggression's gonna continue. Nicolas Cage walking in. They have the combination up again. You can go on them. Like, just go on anyone. Morphling does do a decent damage. He's sitting at level 5. So as long as their Shadow Demon drops his spells and walks away, should be okay. Really bad warding, though, coming out from the Radiant team. I guess they understand how powerful they are in lane, but you need to place your wards so you know where the enemy is. Just place a ward right here, honestly, and so you can see when TPs come in, and maybe one mid to protect your farming Invoker. Invoker rotating in for some reason. I guess they're going to try to push the tower, but he doesn't need to. I think it's much more important, especially for an Extort Invoker, just to get his levels up, as he needs items to become fully effective. That was initiation onto Xenon. Splits the damage, though. Dangerous trying to take one for the team, but he's going to get double stunned up from the Linus, and they clean up too. Nicolas Cage going to try to walk away. Laguna Blade blows him up from full HP. Oh my god, that maxed out Soul Catcher. Almost maxed out. Jesus Christ. Trilane is wiped once more. Double Midas up, both on Draken and Lick. Yeah, I guess the rotation's decent, but again, he doesn't need to be here. He could just stay mid, and now they're trading damage on their tier 1 tower instead of taking none for a tier 1 bot. They're not going to lose mid, but it wasn't necessary. Another initiation here on this Xenon, X-Nenon, onto Lich. Oh, half Drake. It doesn't pop his ult. Gets too greedy and gets caught out. Taking too many tower shots. That's not good, yo. Don't want to feed the enemy carry. Sitting at 2, 2, and 1. They're gonna deny the tower now. So half a tower's damage for a denied tower is okay, but Invoker could have just stayed. Invoker needs experience, needs farm. And grouping up is good to take towers, but it does sap a lot of experience away from your carries. I really think they should have just kept a mid, kept the experience going, kept it flowing. Our Clinkz got the double Subbies mask up, went for a Ring of Aquila, and Tread's going for that tanky build. I don't think this is necessary, honestly. With good positioning, there's almost no burst damage coming out from the Radiant team, or the Dire team, especially with this absolutely atrocious Necrolite build. That, oh, they cannot forfeit towers like this. What are they doing?
Fortified. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's top tower has fallen.
I mean, I guess they're trading 2 towers for 1. That is kind of good, I guess. I just don't think you need to give up towers. We're gonna trade 2 towers for 1. Not a bad trade for the Radiant team, but again, they're so far ahead, they can just rotate their trilane down, and I think they win the fight 3v2. They should have seen there's no ult on Lich or on Disruptor, so they can just take that fight. Morphling has a waveform and is out of mana. There's no reason to run away from that, and Draken's just gonna get caught out now from the kind of obvious rotation coming in. Yeah, he's dead. Again, only 1 ward dropped, and it's not really in a good place. And they saw the rotation! Oh, just weak plays coming out from the Radiant team there. Kind of throwing. And no TP scrolls on anyone but the Lina. Clinkz has one, but it's just going to be AFK farming anyways. And Void, yeah, they just walk in. Void disrupting himself. Drops the Soul Catcher. Dangerous, though, getting hit by the tower. Maybe he's going to drop. No. And yeah, Laguna Blade's going to clean up. And a massive sunstrike gonna be dropping, and Ghost gonna clean up as well. Pops another level 3 now, Death Pulse, sitting at level 10. Waveform over top. They clean up Clinkz. Clinkz does not need to rotate into this, and Lina dies as well. Morphling getting 2 kills, gonna get another 2 track kills picked up, and now already Draken comes in. Just what a throw. And the game's nowhere near over, but the Radiant team was ridiculously in the lead. So the Dire team groups up, but the Radiant team's, fighting as a 5-on-5 is better. It's vastly better. Just woefully unprepared, getting backstab, not good ward vision, understanding that this rotation was coming out. They had the vision of it as well and just let it happen and all died. Man, and now suddenly Morphling, sitting at 4-2, double track gold to his name, picks up in a full Aquila? No, a Wraith Band. Then a Magic Wand, has his Ring of Health, gonna go for the Lincoln Sphere, which is pretty necessary, I guess. Manta style might be better, honestly, but Lincoln's and Manta probably gonna be the choice. Yeah, and Clinkz died now, and he's still very far away from his Orchids. If he just stayed in lane, I think he could actually have it by now. Yeah, Shadow Demon putting another defensive ward. Again, they're so much more powerful right now in the stage of the game. The early game from that Radiant team is incredible. Still, maxing out Light Striker, you don't need to, dude. This is so much better when you level it up. It's so much better. And yeah, now they're playing defensively for no reason. Starting to de-ward. They're not catching that one attempt from Celts. They have Dust. That's good. But they should look to get aggressive. I don't think Invoker should be roaming with them. He should actually just be farming, getting experience. They should be roaming with their Alchemist, if anything. But I guess they send him off to the jungle to get some farm. Still not leveling up Unstable Concoction. I just don't like these choices. Yeah, Kimbots is going to get caught out again by Twisted Lloyd. Can they bring him down? Yeah, that's awful.
Got you.
Your Clinkz should be so dominant right now. He's made kind of poor rotations, and losing this tier 1 tower bot just cost him his life. See that exchange right there? You neutralize the safeness of your safe lane farm, trading that tower. And again, they traded 2 for 1, but I don't think they needed to make that trade. They could have just taken 1 tower, gone bot, taken that fight, and just pushed into a tier 2, maybe, honestly. If the Radiant team took that fight bot, they would have won it. And the Dire team still wouldn't be 6 in their supports. So just
illusion.
Passive play when it's not necessary. Oh, we're gonna have a fight here going on. Twisted Lloyd caught up by a Dust. It's disrupted. He gets stunned up by Lina. Lina could just pop into Lina Blade. She does. Good pick off there for the Radiant team. Very, very rich supports. Just good on net worth. Last hits I don't think really matter in a game this kill heavy.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
3k gold advantage about 7k goal, what am I trying to say? 5k goal advantage between the two supports of the raiding team against the Dire team. That's pretty fucking substantial, guys. They can have a full mech up right now on Lina, which is what they should pick up. And they can just start 5-manning. There is no way the Dire team can stop a 5-man. But instead, choosing just split farm. And Lina rushing a... Why would you rush a Yules when you have a Shadow Demon set up? Dude, just get a mech and 5-man and win the game. I'm sorry, the Dire team, well, they do have their ults now up on Lich. If they can focus on the Lich and not get caught out entirely and the Static Storm from Disruptor, and if, he's going Shadow Blade too. If Alchemist just rushes a BKB, I don't think the Dire team has an answer for that. They don't at all. I guess Reaper's Scythe can slow him down, but when he's in his ult form and BKB, they have virtually no right-click damage. Bounty Hunter would have to walk up, and he would just get bursted down by all this magic damage coming out from the raiding team. But they're choosing to play this so passively. They won a massive advantage in the very early laning phase, and off of it, just did nothing. This Lord's going to walk up and track up Akimbos again. Still very, very, very far away from his Orchids. He should have it by now, and he should just be balling out of control. He should be slowly killing up this Morphling, but instead he can do nothing in this game. Purely from hyper-defensive plays. I don't think there's any reason to not take that fight bot, and that's kind of cost them this whole mid-game. They're hiding under their own tower with their supports. That's not where you want to be. Yeah, Lina has a full Yules, but I don't think that does anything. I guess it removes track, but you don't need a Yules this stage of the game. You need a mech up on your Lina, or maybe a Force Staff, and just being aggressive. But they're forced onto their own side of the map right now by the Dire team, which is incredible, given how weak the Dire team's heroes are. They're so ultimate dependent that the raiding crew gets sniped off by Twisted Lloyd. Without Chain Frost and without Static Storm, what do they have? He's rushing an Assault Cuirass? Why would you rush an Assault Cuirass against an all-magic lineup? Like, the scariest thing about them is the burst coming out from Lina and Soul Catcher. What the fuck? But either way, we're going to reach a point of vicinity here. Soul Catcher being thrown out. They're going to try to get aggressive on the Ghost. Ghost gets hit very hard by the Sunstrike, but there's a Storm being dropped out. Lich Ult comes in on Illusions. Clinkz comes in and 4 shots Ninon on his Lich. Jesus Christ. This hero hits so hard without any items. And finally they realize that they can just... Oh, a nice stun from Callus from the low ground. Catches 2 and they clean both up. Finally, the raiding team realizing the power of their lineup and starting to murder the shit out of everybody. They can just walk into a tier 2, place the Sentry Ward down in the front, but they don't have any Sentry Wards in base. Mechanism as well completed up on Floyd. This tier 2 tower should not be long for this world. Ghosts are already respawning. They can just initiate upon him. Cole's not thrown out. But Akimbo's for some reason focused on the tower. Yeah, there's the Yules going to its effect, and it catches out the Lich, but... Alright. This fight continues, I think. Oh, Twisted Lloyd gets caught out. He's gonna be dropped. Getting too aggressive. Akimbo's throwing some pot shots at Morphling. Morphling taking a little bit of damage. Yeah, they're still so much more powerful and they have to back off from fights. They could just re-engage if they had this mech up, but you know, the courier died, and that's hard to deal with. I just think their supports could be a little bit more prepared, a little more aggressive, maybe continuously smoke after the laning phase is off. Once the enemy tri-lane rotated, I think they can just dominate both the mid lane and honestly just any lane they wanted. And I still think they should just gone a BKB rush up on the Alchemist, and definitely not a Yules on Lina. There is no reason to build a Yules on Lina, especially when you're playing with a full team. This is like 100% a Hui, I'm gonna solo kill people Lina build, but you have a Shadow Demon with you all the time. Why? If you're taking a fight in like a slightly less advantageous position, I guess I get why you can have a Yules, because then you can set up your own abilities and save the disruption for defensive purposes, but like there's no real damage coming out from the Dire team. You have nothing to be afraid of, and if you have a BKB on your Alchemist, he just runs. at any target. Preferably the Necrolite, and just takes them out of the fight. Well, I guess the Necrolite's not that hard to kill. I'm just kind of saddened by this game. They outdrafted the Dire team so hard. Just aren't really taking advantage of it. They're sitting at a 10,000 gold advantage and a 7,500 gold XP advantage, but Roche should be dead, and all the tier 2 towers could be dead right now. But either way, Dire team doing a good job holding on their own. They have 2,500 gold up on the Morphling, looking to get that Lincoln Sphere. I think, honestly, a BKB rush might be better, as if he gets hit by any stun, like, if they manage to get the Disruption out, or they Yules into Disruption, into Lina stun, Light Strike Array, he's very, very dead, and BKB negates all of that. Bounty Hunter doing pretty good for himself, sitting at 3-2-0, 3-2-5. Where's the dust? Where's the dust? Oh, God, they have no dust on any of their supports. Should always be carrying dust and sentries against a bounty hunter, because why not? You have the gold. You're so far ahead. You have no reason to not carry that track up onto Lick. Rushing an Ag Scepter. If you're gonna get a Yules on someone, get it on Invoker and not your Lina. Lina should be spending her money on more important things. She's going in for a Dagon. Just get a Force Staff. I guess Force Staff's something good. Get the mech on our Lina. Get drums up maybe. Even rush an Ag Scepter, if anything, or rush a Hex. Hex against a Morphling is incredibly good, because Hex is the only thing that disallows Morphling, in this game at least. The only thing attainable in this game that will disallow Morphling from using Morph.
Radiant's top tower is under
Even
attack.
rush a Blink, like, just
Radiant structures are
allow Lina to be
fortified.
aggressive enough to be everywhere. But instead, again, the Radiant team is stuck farming, and trading farm with the Dire team is good because you have a Alchemist, but you're not shutting down the Morphling, who I do believe is going to be a harder carry in this game. He's going to be by himself against an Alchemist and a Clinkz, but Alchemist, if you can burst him down to half health, there is a Necrolite Reaper Scythe to get rid of him. We have a full Assault Cuirass finished up on our Necrolite. I do not think this is a good purchase in any way. I think this is a very, 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 very bad first item in this game and should not be picked up on Necrolite at all. He should just be going raw stat items. I like the Cloak, maybe finish that up into a full pipe, as most of the damage, again, coming out from the Radiant team is going to be magical. Physical damage coming out from Alchemist, you know, it's all pretty much physical damage from Alchemist, but again, the real issue is all this Lina damage amplified by the Soul Catcher from Shadow Demon and Invoker Sunstrikes. So rush anything else. Rush a Heart. Just pick up a Vit Booster and drums and get a pipe. You know, things like that. Get a mech for your team. Like, he doesn't even get a mech for his team? What are you doing? You could have that by now, and that is very necessary. If the Radiant team was playing their lineup as sufficiently as they should be, they could be exploiting this kind of waste of money pretty hard, but instead they're just sitting on their side of the jungle scared of a bounty hunter. I don't understand why. In all honesty, besides Shadow Demon Disruption being very, very good at all stages of the game, Rush Initiation on their Kimbo's, they drop the Static Storm, they're gonna clean up anybody. Floyd trying to run away, Kimbo's gonna get away, Chainfrost chasing him!
Frozen waste.
He's gonna survive this reinitiation though. Disruption being thrown down onto the Disruptor, he gets blown up again! They're so good, just kill everyone! If the Dire team just manages to get a straight Aegis up on Disruptor, it will neutralize this Radiant team so much. Not being able to cast items or spells, incredible. Another initiation on the Necrolite. You can see the Assault Cuirass does nothing, absolutely nothing to this burst damage, and this is going to be a free tier 2. Finally taking advantage of their lineup, we're going to have a straight E-Blade rush by Morphling. That is really not what you need. Assault Cuirass finished up on Draken. Has his Shadow Blade. Shadow Blade's okay. I still think BKB into Assault Cuirass, they could end the game. This game would be over right now if they went that build. Maybe get some Force Staffs, Blink, so they can firmly initiate with the combination of Shadow Demon and Lina. But again, I guess the sustainability coming from Yule Scepter and the ability to remove tracks isn't that bad. And you can't use it just to remove Morphling from a fight or remove Bounty Hunter when chasing. Or you can use yourself when you're silenced. It's not terrible, I guess. But I guess if... Either way, I'm not going to beat a dead horse. I think BKB is the name of the game for the Radiant team. If they get BKBs, Static Storm cannot hurt them, and Chain Frost can't hurt them. Necrolite Death Pulse spam won't. They can just dive him and kill him before he gets off Reaper Scythe. And if Reaper Scythe is down, the Dire team cannot kill Alchemist. If you kill off Necrolite and you kill off Disruptor, I think, 0 damage output. Bounty Hunter is nice, but it's just not enough. But again, the Radiant team retreats to their side of the river and are just standing around for no reason whatsoever. They can walk into the next tier 2 and take it right now, but choosing to play this passive, and Twisted Loyal is going to walk up to Draken, who is very much so by himself. I don't know why his supports are hiding. He's going to get caught out and die.
My trusty mount.
Why do they have any reason to be scared? Every fight they've taken as a team, they've won. Except for the one here, they got caught out horribly out of position. Every fight they've won without issue. Why do they feel like they should be scared? The only thing I can guess is they just don't fully understand the power of their lineup and that their timing is so early game right now that they can just fight now repeatedly. I mean, you have an Extort Invoker and you have a Clinkz that have their core items. I mean, Clinkz is pretty far behind in farm, though. He's not done well this game. And he's still sitting at 2nd in the net worth. When your Clinkz, who really did not play well, did not farm well, and got shut down from bad rotations, is at 2nd in the net worth chart, you should just... the game should be over. Just pick up a BKB on your Alchemist, stop going these builds, these items, and just end the game. You see there's an E-Blade rush on our Morphling, pick up a BKB. Honestly, just pick up BKBs on every hero, and the Dire team can't do anything about it. Have a full Aggies finish on our Invoker, that's fine. I don't really think first item Aggies is good on Invoker, like first major item. Doesn't really add anything. Maybe Force Staff is better, maybe Yule's. You generally want, if you're going to get Aggies, I would get it by the time I'm level 17. But again, it's not bad. It gives him some survivability. He can't really be bursted down either without using Reaper Scythe on him. And if they do, Sava. I think a BKB next on Invoker is good, because if he gets caught out in Static Storm, he is screwed. And with BKB, he just walks through everything that Disruptor has. This pause is lengthy. Let's speed it up. Good old all chat. I like it. That's too slow. There we go. 1 time speed again. So everyone's back again in the game. Good manners. I like it. Clinkz trying to farm with that BKB. What you should be doing, because again, just get a BKB. Win the game. The Dire team does have the Roche advantage, and I guess the only thing this Assault Cuirass really gives you is the ability to take Roche right now. But they do not have the damage to do it at all. They do actually. They have a Vlad on Bounty Hunter. They can probably take it, and with that, I think that could be their avenue back in the game. I still believe a BKB pickup on this Morphling is very necessary. He has his E-Blade. Let's hope the Radiant team sees it. I hope they're scouting out items, because if not, I don't know what they're doing. If they see it, they should immediately just buy BKBs on their Alchemist, because the E-Blade won't necessarily kill him, but since there's no bonus damage from Chemical Rage anymore, the burst damage is substantial, and it stops him from being able to right-click and will amplify the Reaper Scythe. So, get a BKB. He's going for a Maelstrom, and that's just not good. It's not good in this game. Smoke up coming out from our trio right here of our Invoker. This, not Disruptor, Invoker, Shadow Demon. And our Lina looking to get aggressive. They're just going to walk in Roche, but thank God. Go kill Roche. Put it on your Alchemist. If you put it on your Alchemist, that's actually fine. He doesn't need a BKB, because if Reaper Scythe is down, they can't kill him again. It's not possible. I would take this, and I would just walk into a Raps and win the game. So hopefully the Radiant team should be looking to end the game. Maybe get a BKB up on Clinkz, get him to level 16. And I think the damage just from Clinkz and Alchemist walking up to the base and flicking it will be enough, as long as they do not initiate on Clinkz. But if your Shadow Demon plays well and positions correctly, he will be far enough back to be able to defensively disrupt and can negate all of the damage from Necrolight's Reaper Scythe. So, Shadow Demon, very, very good hero against Necrolight in that fashion. As again, a good Shadow Demon player will every time, if not caught in a silencer for being focused down, will be able to disrupt his teammate being Reaper Scythed. Yep, here we go. They're going to Death Ball down the spot lane, and let's see if their positioning is good. Draken running forward. You don't need to do this, just take the tower. Floyd, if he gets caught out, that's actually not good, but he gets... He played up and drops down immediately. Dangerous, though, is also going to die before he can drop a single spell. Meteor use definitely blast on a cage. He drops also. Chain Frost doing good damage, but is it going to be enough? Draken's ult's going down the back line. Bounty Hunter with a DD roam cleans up our Clinkz. Lina not really paying attention with that Yules. Could save Clinkz by using him in the air. Draken's going to stun himself. No detection. God, have sentries! If you put down a sentry here, no one dies in that fight and you win the game. But instead, your Clinkz is dead, and there goes all of your sieging damage. You gotta be prepared as a support. You have to be prepared. If you're pushing a tower, have sentries. If you're taking a Roche, have sentries. Like, why do you need a Yules when all you need as a hero is sentries? Lina has come across so much gold, and none of these items matter. They have zero importance in this game. Oh god, if our Alchemist dies again, that would be so bad. But nope, Bounty Hunter's gonna back off. I think it's wonderful that Lina has so much gold, but this composition itself is powerful enough early and mid game without a single item with just experience that I think they can beat the Dara team lineup 9 out of 10 games. The only thing they have to worry about is Bounty Hunter track gold, so just have sentries. And he cannot get near you. And you just siege down every tower with Clinkz right clicks. I'm saying they could sell all of their items and I think they would win every fight. 100%. I'm not kidding. Morphling has an E-Blade and I think it doesn't do anything. He'll kill someone, but it doesn't matter. He'll die immediately afterwards. Bounty Hunter cannot get near to do any damage. Disruptor gets bursted down immediately. I like they're focusing down because Static Storm is very, very, very good against this lineup, as they are, like I said, very reliant on their spells. So you kill Disruptor, you win the game. Or Necrolight going back, picked up a point booster. He's going to go for a Scotty? That's not what you need, friend. Again, the issue is still their burst damage. It'll make you survivable, but why not just buy a BKB? It's cheaper, and it'll do more than the Scotty will do. Because you'll still die when you're in your Scotty form. When you have a Scotty. Yep, Radiant team figuring out how powerful they are. They're going to walk down top lane. Let's see if they have sentries this time. They do. So he placed the sentry. As not. Split pushing coming out, though, from our... he has no TP scroll. They can just keep going. Please keep going. Please keep going. Morphling gonna have to retreat back, drops the sentry, but that's not where you want it. You want it right here. You want it literally right in front of the base so you can see when on the high ground. You don't want to walk everyone on the high ground. They're gonna get Static Storm on multiple people. Oh, they back out in time, but Draken gets caught out. No BKB, gets Static Storm down. Not taking any damage though. The nice tornado being used, hits onto 2, but no follow-up damage. Like backing off for some reason. Don't know why. BKB popped by our Clinkz. Why are they running away? They're gonna catch out Nicolas Cage. He's gonna die. Clinkz just YOLOs in and dies for no reason. Ghost comes running in, still has his ulti. Drops the sentry. Pop the Age if they're gonna go on to Lloyd. Do they have any follow-up damage? Use all of her. You already used her ulti, Lina, but his back is Draken. Has his ulti again as well. Gonna start channeling up his stun. Still bash to the next item for Draken. Going for that attack. People gonna go to work on Nidon's Lich. Can he clean him up? Frost Armor is a good spell, but nope, does not manage to get the kill. Clinkz misplayed that fight very, very badly. I mean, yeah, Invoker's gonna drop. And that's track goal. That's 3 down where none should have died. All you need to do as a Radiant team to win this fight is you put Alchemist here, and you put Clinkz here. Or maybe Alchemist here, hitting from the side, and Clinkz here, hitting from the side. And what does our team have to initiate with? Let's really think about it. Their main initiation is they just throw down a static storm. That's it. And then just lob spells and hope for the best. And honestly, if you have Alchemist with a BKB here, even without one, just standing there, if they throw down Static Storm, you just disrupt on him and stand back. With a Sentry right here. When he comes back, Static Storm should be gone. He just channels up a stun, and they have to run away. Because he stuns on one, you initiate, kill that person, take the tower, because Clinkz can just focus it down, and then you take the racks. Without this tower, the Dire team cannot defend. Also, the Sentry placement was not good. This is completely irrelevant. You want it literally right here. It'll see up this high ground. You'll see if Bounty Hunter comes down out of the base at all. You see if he tries to backstab, and you'll see if he comes out from the high ground. Just get a BKB on Alchemist. If Alchemist went BKB Assault Curse, this game would have been over by now. And honestly, it should be over now. The Dire team... I would say if the Dire team was playing really well and had like really, really good item builds and were getting really good pickoffs all game, that it would make sense while they're still in this game, but they're not. Their skill builds are weak. They also aren't building any BKBs against this massive magic burst damage lineup coming out from the Radiant team. And it's really just the Radiant team is misplaying every fight. Still, though, they have the top 3 farmers in the game as expected with this ridiculously outdrafted lineup that they have. I'm sorry, I'm casting this from the viewpoint that the Radiant team sent in this game, because I'm pretty sure they did. If the Dire team wins this game, I will 100% change my commentary, because if you do, congratulations, but it's really just because the Radiant team misplayed. Either way, what can the Dire team do? The Dire team, they're doing an effective job of farming. They could honestly pick up a gem, and even if they just use it to deward and put it back in their base, that will give them enough space to continue farming. Really, the Radiant team doesn't have that good of warding. This ward is okay. I would put a ward here or here, since these are less predictable ward spots, and it gives really good vision of the enemy jungle and allows it to smoke a king very efficiently. And controlling this, the enemy ancients is also kind of important, as that is a very good avenue back into winning, or just a good avenue for massive gold increase. Bunch of smiley faces coming out from Twisted Lloyd, don't really know why. Oh, he's going for a Sanj and Yasha. Oh, get a BKB. Here you go, Floyd gonna try to deward. They should pick up a gem for sure. 100% need a gem. They had a gem and they deward. If the Radiant team dewards, the Dire team will be playing so scared, and the Bounty Hunter cannot roam anymore. Gem is oh god, he's standing on a ward. Gets caught out. He actually disrupts himself for some reason. Yeah, they blow up Lloyd. Oof, Jesus. Lina going back for BKB. Scotty picked up on our Invoker. Alright, man. Hex is cool, because again, Hex, super good against Morphling, but whatever. Morphling going back for Lincoln Sphere. Do not agree with this. Needs a BKB. From Dota Cinema to fails. I'll have to say, Twisted Lloyd really is the MVP of the Dire team. He is pretty much solo, single-handedly keeping his team in this game. He's been getting a lot of pickoffs on Drake and being very out of position, and has been gotten innumerable tracks off in every engagement that they won. So keeping it as even as possible. But if we check the gold chart, the Radiant team has a 20k gold advantage. They were at 10k at 19 minutes, and I think, God, they could have taken every tier 2 tower. And yeah, it's about 10,000 gold, 10,000 XP advantage as well for the Radiant team. So they're sufficiently farming. I think they should be pressuring. This shouldn't be happening, but again, it doesn't really matter. They should be pressuring lanes in the enemy jungle a little bit more effectively. I don't believe Go should be able to farm here. This should be an easy pickoff. They can be roaming with really just Shadow Demon and Lina can be roaming right now. It's kind of hard But if their warding was a little better, if you had a ward here probably. And again, I like, this ward's good, but I think over here is better. If you see vision over in this area, and over here, it sees a better line. Because if you have a vision just right in this area, can I draw? No, I can't. Pretty much if you have vision from here all the way over in a line over here, you can 100% know where the enemy team is all the time. Because they're either going to be farming the Ancients or their jungle. That's it. Or smoke ganking. You know? And yep, Raiding Team is going to go on a Roche. I think they need vision right here. Or again, like I said, over back behind. And, ooh. If they had vision there, what they can do is you walk in the smoke pit, the Roche pit. And, I think it might be too close, but if you do this right, you walk into the Roche pit. If you have vision up here, if they start to back off or come down over here, you can actually smoke out if you time it right, while they're far enough away, and wrap around and come in from behind, and you'll slay their backline and win the game right there. That's the complexity wraparound smoke gank, I believe, or you can actually do it this way as well. If you go around, yeah, things don't show up. You can go around the right side of the Roche area as well. That's actually the complexity wraparound from Radiant Team is around that side. But I feel like the Radiant Team is so good. Oh god, they actually give up Roche. I saw it happening and I just didn't think they would do it fast enough. Radiant Team just playing so ridiculously passive. They have no reason to be this scared. I don't know why their Clinkz isn't pushing out waves. Clinkz should have been sitting top lane. If they're going to back out of Roche pit, you need to be pressuring lanes so that the dire team cannot take it. Just a little weak understanding of broad map presence coming out from the Radiant team. Dire team's limping back into this game. We're going to have a Sanj and Yasha on Bounty Hunter. That's so bad. Lich trying to rush an Aggies. That'll be pretty relevant, I guess. Morphling has his Lincoln Sphere. We can see if it'll do anything in this game. He doesn't notice that he has it. He drops, does he drop the Purge? Oh, he gets the Purge off. They might be able to kill him. Stun's gonna land. Just drop the Laguna Blade. That is a very, very good Morphling. This is what I'm talking about. BKB, bro. BKB doesn't stop Purge, but it stops 100% of that damage. Clinkz hit him twice, and then he died from pure magic damage. So hopefully now the Radiant team will march down middle, but again, they haven't been doing a good job of keeping the waves pushed in. Just broad map control is where they need to work. They did a good job of just out-drafting the enemy, picking a very good early aggressive lineup, and the Dire team did not really draft a lineup conducive to winning against that. But then they didn't press their advantage in any way. That's being popped, not catching out our Bounty Hunter. Still no gem picked up. Bounty Hunter gets up a track and just kind of walks into a disruption. Oh no, he got tornadoed by Lig. Dude, why would you tornado him out of a Lina stun? Not good coordination, but we're gonna be Yule's been trying to go, so he misses the stun again. I don't think I've actually seen him land a stun. Shamefall's gonna be dropped. It's gonna do some good damage. Nice self-disruption, but bounces so many times. They're gonna kill off one. They're definitely gonna kill off Floyd for sure. He is very dead. Cal's gonna try to TP out. Lake manages. Oh, he has a gem. Lake has a gem. No, shit. I think they can turn this around. He's by himself. They can turn this around. Meanwhile, mid lane, Clinkz somehow dies.
They did say alive.
Radiant's bottom tower is
I don't
under
know.
attack.
Shadow Demon can kill. Like, they can kill him. He has an Aegis, but they can pop the Aegis for sure. That's kind of a weak play. They managed to take down a tier 3 tower and do a lot of damage to the melee racks, but Clinkz suicided for that for no reason. You don't need to be doing these desperation moves when you're this far ahead. Just coordinate well. Like tornadoing someone out of the Lina stun. Lina missing the stun onto the Necrolite and just drawing out the engagement. So now people get picked off. Lloyd finally gets caught off and dies. They're gonna kill him twice. Yeah, with Ice Wall, you just disrupt him into Ice Wall, and Bounty Hunter can't do anything. There's no reason for Shadow Demon to die there. I could have done this right here and then just continued pushing and taking racks. Like, I don't know. Either way, Morphling shotgunning down our Clinkz. Clinkz dies. I think preemptively using his BKB. You probably need to save that for if you're getting really, you save it for just if you're getting shotgunned. That's it. You have the googly land on you, you pop your BKB, and that's it. All of the burst damage coming out from the Dire team is done. Because their damage is Morphling Shotgun into Reaper Scythe, and that's it. He has a full Scotty, but does nothing. This hero has so much farm on him, and still dies instantly to burst damage. This is 1,500 gold that does almost nothing in the game. Yeah, Bounty Hunter has his Sanjin Yasha. It's not going to hold any relevance in this game. The Dire team seeming to get mad. I don't really know why. They're being handed their place in this game. This game should have been over 20 minutes ago, I think. But either way, it's still going on, then don't pause. I actually have 2 people AFK, and everyone just starts flaming now because one team is kind of mad. Gonna have Super Basher attempted by our Alchemist. Going for that Heart of Tarask, not a bad option, but it's not super good against Necrolite, as it loses about half of its effectiveness against that hero. But it's not terrible. He's getting pretty beefy. It extends into late game better than a BKB, I guess, but I would just sell the Shadow Blade and buy a BKB right now. I don't think he needs the Abyssal Blade. He already has enough lockdown. It's really not necessary. I don't think he really needs to be chasing people or man-fighting anybody. No one can stand up to this Alchemist 1v1 right now. Just get a BKB and never die. The only thing that stops Alchemist from killing the base is Morphling Shotgun. There's a very, very, very few things that could be an issue for this Radiant team lineup, and the only item they need is a BKB to counter it on probably one hero. Preferably on the Alchemist and the Clinkz, and they just take the base. They stand back and play it slow, and you can control this much of the map. I'm not exaggerating. This much of the map at 20 minutes in with 2 BKBs. Let's say 25 minutes in just to give Clinkz some headway. This much of the map the Radiant team can fully control. I am completely not exaggerating. That is 100% serious. But at 20 minutes, they were standing here. So everybody's flaming. I don't really know why. Not that many people have played well this game. Really just, I like the draft coming out from the Radiant team. It's kind of 6.78E. A lot of Alchemist, Shadow Demon, Lina, just massive burst, paired up with the Invoker. It's standard. It's kind of hard to deal with. Yeah, it's kind of hard to deal with. I feel like banning the Alchemist should have been pretty obvious. Like, the Alchemist pick should have been pretty obvious for the Dire team. The early Clinkz pick is pretty exploitable. You can, Shotgun's being thrown to Void Floyd, but he gets up to disrupt, and they're going to turn us around. Scotty being thrown in Tornado, the combination being thrown onto our Nicolas Cage. Morphling tries to morph out of this. Oh, is he going to get out of it? No, he gets bursted down. See? All of their damage was used on a support, and he lived. Because he had good reaction speed. Morphling forced to buy back. That slows down his next damage at him. Oh, man. Just need a BKB, man. Both teams just get BKBs. Radiant team should end the game right now. They can just march down mid lane. Shotgun is up now. Here we go. Disrupt him. Oh, Floyd, you're so out of position, bro. And Chainfrost's gonna bounce really well here. Just no actual initiation, and somehow they all die.
Killing spree. 2 for 1.
Oh man, that's like really bad. These fights aren't difficult, guys. I'm sorry. You kill the tier 3. They don't have any detection down immediately. You can check and see. Clinkz just run in and silence up the Lich before he drops his ulti. They lost 2 Chain Frost there. Lich actually has his Aggies now. It'll be pretty relevant, and I think they lose a Rax. It's all because of really bad positional play and Alchemist not having a BKB. And Shadow Demon was out of position, didn't disrupt him in time. I think they just need 4 staffs on these supports. They have a 4-staff on Lina, but they have nothing on Shadow Demon. Lina didn't really use his Yule Scepter to any real effectiveness. Has a BKB up on her, but not on anybody that needs it. They need a BKB up on Invoker. Scotty is silly, it doesn't do anything, and I think they lose. They might lose a game here. Floyd comes back in, drops the, Floyd drops the Purge on Lloyd. That's why that's confusing. There's 2 different friggin' heroes named the same thing, and I think it's gonna get dropped.
Burns, doesn't it?
The stun's gonna self-stun on Alchemist. They're gonna chase out. Mules up on him. He's not good at that. Mules up onto Xnenon. It's a weird name. Onto Lich, and he gets blown up. Like the Radiant team could even just split push this, just put Clinkz in one lane with the BKB and Alchemist with the BKB and the rest of his team in the other lane. And wherever Morphling goes, just have Shadow Demon chase him. I would just go straight Blink Force on Shadow Demon and beat everywhere. So all you need to do is stop Necrolite ult and you win this game. I've thought that this whole time. He's going Necrobook too, it's not useful. Like Lina has all those maneuverability items where she actually, I think, needs less farm in this game. I would just go straight Aggies on her. And then on Shadow Demon, I would go on maneuverability items, BKB, and Alchemist, which I know I've said 1,000 times, but I'm going to continue to say it because this game's been so difficult because of that. And he takes up the Rex. I would if I Clinkz in a different lane, forcing the our team to be split so you can get a pick off. With this aggressiveness coming out from Shadow Demon and Lina. I'm going to throw a stun up on Ghost. Ready to go in a couple. He fall over top, but Static Storm. Very nice, lands on a couple. Is this an Aghanim Scepter? Ult, it is. It's doing some serious damage. 4 staff out. Lina gonna use herself as well. Draken dropping low. Needed to back off after the ult was down, and he dies again. Lina dies as well. Triple kill picked up by the Necrolite. Really, really weak positional play. There's no reason to rush into things like that.
Radiant's agent is under attack.
Just play it a little safely. You don't need to zerg in so much. Just take the buildings and stay as a group and walk away. You don't need to engage into them. If you make the Dire team engage into you, you can just split up and disrupt defensively on your carry that's getting Chain Frosted, and Chain Frost does nothing. And that's the end of the fight. All of their damage is Chain Frost. Morphling Blast and Reaper Scythe. I think if you can focus down this Necrolite, I think you just win the game. BKBs negate this hero and this hero. They have an Aghanim Scepter actually up on Disruptor, which he should not have that much here. The only time I think that this Dire team is better is when, at this point in the game, when all these supports get way too many items. But yeah, Jesus Christ, the Radiant team threw this game so hard. Okay. Yeah, right, Disruptor. I fully agree. Everybody's just so mad. That was really, really poorly played by the Radiant team. That was remarkably poorly played. They should have had no issue winning this game. No offense, my friends on the Dire team. Let me look at your lineup again. But I think your draft was really bad. You have 0 early game presence. Bounty Hunter had to make things happen. If Bounty Hunter got controlled better by the Radiant team, which again, they had the finance to do it on their supports, they just chose not to. And Clinkz made bad decisions rotating, but if they control Bounty Hunter, I don't think you had any outlet back in this game. With Bounty Hunter, there's always an outlet back in the game because even trades, especially when you're behind, even trades are really good. But even trades with track gold at any point in the game are advantageous for you as a team. But you had one way of killing anyone. And somehow this Radiant team just like ran into you and died repeatedly to a Lich ult. I don't know. I think they just timed their BKBs really poorly, but either way, I'm going to stop talking as if I'm talking to the Radiant team, because again, I'm not. I love Necrolite, but Necrolite's really bad in this lineup. And I don't think your item builds were at all relevant in this game. You needed a BKB way more than a Lincoln Sphere on Morphling. You needed a BKB 1000% more than you needed a Sanj and Yasha on your Bounty Hunter. And honestly, you needed a BKB on your Necrolite. The one thing you could do in this game is you pop mass BKBs mid-game once Necrolite gets a couple levels up, has a BKB and a mech, and just that's your only way to win the game. Focus on the Lina before she gets her combo off, since that was most of the burst damage coming out mid-game. And hopefully then get a Hex up on someone. But again, you went like Scotty and Assault Cuirass on a Necrolite when you're against this massive burst damage. It doesn't do anything. Which you can see, every time he got caught out, he just melted, and all of that gold invested into one hero had no purpose. The way Necrolite got kills in this game was by hitting R after Morphling comboed him. So I don't know what the point of the hero was in this game. I feel like you needed some more lockdown, possibly. Just better defensive here. Someone with actual counter push, because there is zero counter push on this on your lineup. Morphling cannot counter push. He has to run in with his face, unless you void form and replicate out. But again, that costs 2 spells. Then you are missing one of your main defensive abilities. Bounty Hunter has 0 counter push. Disruptor has Thunderstrike, which can pull a creep wave, which is nice. But again, that hero is so poor in the laning phase that I don't think he should have ever had any levels in this game. Necrolite has no counter push as well, because he has to run in with his face to do that. And Lich has Frost Nova, Frost Blast, Frost Nova, which is okay. The Bounty Hunter pick is fine, but I don't know, man. I feel if you got a Clockwork in this game, that would be pretty good, because it allows you to disrupt the combinations coming out from like Shadow Demon to Lina. Maybe even a Magnus to get some initiation, an Enigma to blink and Black Hole. That shuts down, you can shut down the backline really easily. The Clinkz is really the issue, though, I think, if they played him well, that he just forces your lineup to 5-man, and that the Radiant team lineup is so good with just levels, like I said before, that they would get such a level advantage. The Morphling pick is interesting, but against burst damage lineups, it's a really, really bad pick, since the main weakness of Morphling is that if he's bursted down by magic damage, he fucking dies. Like, he's so good in prolonged fights, which is why you go things like Lincoln's, and E-Blade allows you to burst people down, like one person down, but against just a better, raw, hard right-click carry that can just walk your base and kill it, he's not super good early or mid. Like, he's really bad early and mid-game now, since the TI2 change, but the shotgun rush was kind of necessary, because again, you shotgun the Alchemist and then you Necrolite ultimately dies, which is what we saw repeatedly. But I don't know. I just don't think it's a very good draft. Maybe Darkseer would have been very, very good in this game, but again, you drafted a Bounty Hunter. Just in a defensive lineup, why would you pick a Bounty Hunter? He has no synergy with this lineup at all. Think of it, a Darkseer, Disruptor, Necrolite, Lich, Morphling, that makes a lot more fucking sense than a Bounty Hunter. Because you can vacuum in, wall, Disruptor, combo, Necrolite over top, and Lich ult inside, and everyone dies. But either way, good on you guys for winning. But it was really just the Radiant team throwing really hard. So either way, interesting game to watch. I love Captain's Mode games, because I can actually talk about things like drafting and why I think, like, what matters in this game. So yeah, that was cool. If you immediately drafted a Lich and a Morphling, you should realize that your lanes are really, 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 really weak. So think about banning out very good laning heroes. Like, if there's already a Lina, they're going to pair it up with something like a Shadow Demon or an Alchemist. So ban out the Alchemist. Like, the Troll, you don't need to ban out a Troll against any of these heroes. Either way, it worked out alright for you guys. So good on you. Either way, this is RmZD, as in my name up here. I am idle now because I just talked for so long. I am a friggin' SWAT cat, and I'm awesome. If you like my commentary, please feel free to subscribe to me at youtube.com/user/DotaRmZD. If you do not like my commentary, feel free to subscribe to me at youtube.com/user/DotaRmZD and tell me that I am a terrible, terrible person. And then stay subscribed so you can tell me that as frequently as possible. But either way, awesome. Give me more Captain's Mode games. I would love to see your stack and how they improve over time. My friends, the Dire team. So, I hope to hear from you guys again. Either way, I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to go do something with my time because I've been sitting in this chair now for like 4 hours casting games. So, either way, it's going to be RmZD getting out of here. That's not what I want. I want that. Peace, guys.